What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Three-man broadcast here. Today we are discussing about the new game that's coming out, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Guys, let's go ahead and discuss this.
You know,
So,
one thing that I find really interesting is that they already have a release date for it, and usually a lot of games like to wait and keep you anticipating when it's going to come out. And this one just kind of like threw it all at you at once. They already got a
yeah,
release date for it, and they're like, "Oh, and I'm just really I don't know if I'm looking forward to this or I'm just kind of waiting to see. I didn't get Ghost. I may get this one. It looks interesting. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what to expect.
I sort of felt like this new Call of Duty that's coming out didn't have the certain, mystique that the other games had. Like, earlier, like in early games for Call of Duty, they just showed like a trailer and everybody was so blown away. They were just questioning when is it coming out, what's going to be on it, what's the weapons, what's the guns. This one they just said, here's gameplay or here's the trailer, here's the date, everybody get excited for it. And that just felt like to me it was just like sort of disappointing in a way because I couldn't, be excited. I couldn't like figure out what like it's going to be about. They just sort of told you everything up front.
And another thing, I mean, it really looks something. It looks like to me, Call of Duty Ghost and Black Ops 2. It looks like a combination of both of those games combined, because Black Ops 2 was based off of futuristic warfare, and Call of Duty Ghost was sort of in the same aspect. Like I said, I didn't play it. I'm not really exactly sure what it was about, but it was still just like it was like you could tell it was like almost futuristic sort of. So I'm just thinking, why would you combine the two? And also, it looked like they added a little bit of Titanfall into this. I don't know why they're trying to like be like. It's like this game's pretty much like water, because with water you put it into a bottle, it becomes a bottle. You put it into a pot, it becomes a teep of pot, and it just takes the form of any game that it comes out. Like it'll just this game has this. Let me put that in there. Let me add this in there from this game, and it's just like it's not its own original thing. It's like copying
Yeah.
everything it's possible to copy.
Like I sort of feel like that too. Like when I saw the trailer, it was sort of copying, like originating some ideas from other games. But I mean, hopefully, with the mixture of these games, we get something new, like a new concept through this. I mean, it won't be anything, revolutionary like Call of Duty Zombies that Treyarch did, but it's still gonna be. I don't know. I mean, it may be. I mean, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is either gonna be a hit or miss for the studio that made it. I don't know. I don't know if it's either Treyarch or Black or Raven Studios, but yeah, it's gonna be a hit or miss for these guys. And if they don't do well, then I don't know what's gonna be good for Call of Duty.
I mean,
I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore.
one huge loss for this game is going to be the fact that they don't have any kind of survival mode, which is what mainly people look for in Call of Duty nowadays. It's not really about the story or the multiplayer. A lot of people look forward to just really on the survival mode, such as zombies or extinction or something like that. It's not. I mean, the campaign. I thought the campaign will be it'll be decent. It won't be the best thing you ever play, but I think it'll be decent. I mean, I'm not like bashing on anyone who's a fan of Call of Duty or really loves the game. I'm just saying my own opinion. But
Hmm.
I've played a lot of Call of Duties, and I'm still stuck on Modern Warfare 2. And Black Ops when it first came, the first Black Ops was pretty good, and I mean that was original because no one had ever seen that. So this game, it'll be hard for this game to be original because what we see now, it's already like copying other games, and the originality is just not there. I don't see it at
Hmm.
least. But
Now I know everybody and their grandmother has said this over and over again, but honestly, Call of Duty has really fallen off the cliff since Modern Warfare 3 came out. I mean, it's really fallen low. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this could either be the game that saves the Call of Duty franchise, or it could just completely, slams it to the ground.
I mean, what could you
So
expect when they come out with a Call of Duty every year? Like they're not taking their time to actually see what needs to be improved, what needs to be upgraded or something like that. They're just like, hey, let's make a game and throw it out there, and hopefully our fans will love it because it's Call of Duty. That's what everyone
yeah, and that's
says. But
and that's one thing I don't like is like a studio doing it every 2 years. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they, didn't release a Call of Duty for like 4 years and then released it on the fifth year to make. If it's really good, I wouldn't mind waiting a couple more extra years to fine tune it.
because
But
I mean,
I guess that's just the demand. I guess the demand wants people to have Call of Duty every single year.
because the whole idea of them having exosuits, it just reminds me of like Titanfall or something. You
Yeah,
can
like
jump really.
exosuits, the
It's
way
like
they jump. Yeah, the way they jump, the way they go on walls. I mean, it's just,
it's almost like Halo and like it's just a mixture of a bunch of different games, I think.
yeah.
And I just don't see where's the originality
Yeah,
in this.
yeah, where's the Call of Duty, in Call of Duty? That's sort of the question.
I mean, jumping from one side of the map, but especially if that's in multiplayer, if someone's hopping across the map, that's really gonna piss people off. You can like jump and then like land on someone and assassinate them. I mean, that's gonna be really like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
and like I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like where this Call of Duty multiplayer is gonna, you know, be with all the other Call of Duty games. I mean, where do you see that ranked as? Like, do you think it's gonna be better than Modern Warfare 2 or better than Modern Warfare 3, better than Black Ops 2?
Nothing is gonna beat Modern Warfare 2. There was people on. I mean, everyone had that game. I mean, I don't think there was a single person that I know who didn't play it or who didn't have it at least. And this game, trying to beat that, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I feel like more people will be focused on other games such as Destiny or something or
Yeah,
Watch
like
Dogs.
I think that's one thing that's happened. You like during the good times of Call of Duty, you never seen like good games besides Battlefield. That's probably about it. Battlefield Bad Company. When Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, there weren't any good games other than Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So I think that's what happened is the studios and the people that work on different games have sort of caught up to Call of Duty at this time, and they said, hey, we can make better games than you now.
And since you mentioned Battlefield, I'm kind of wondering, is this game also going to try to include destructible environments? Because everyone knows that was originally from Battlefield. No other game really
Hmm.
did that. So you're just
I'm
wondering.
sure. I mean, they put it in what the new one Call of Duty Ghost. I'm probably sure they're going to put it in this one as well. Some destructible environments.
Because I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
Sledgehammer's making this, by the way. So it's not. I don't
Yeah.
think Activision has anything to do with this one.
I
But
mean, Activision's the publisher, but yeah,
hopefully, Sledgehammer can actually deliver. Because they're pretty decent at making games. They don't really
yeah.
disappoint.
I like some of their other work besides Call of Duty. They were pretty good. Now, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just like the people that left. The people that left were just so, they treated Call of Duty well. The people at Respawn Entertainment that made Titanfall, they were the same people that did Call of Duty earlier. They were Infinity Ward. I mean, I think they did. I think they did Call of Duty justice when Infinity Ward first started, but then when they left, it sort of just, just went downhill after that.
I mean, even the storyline, it's like based off a powerful man who's trying to take over the world by war, and I don't really get like. I mean, it
I mean,
seems like
that's
a
one
good
thing I like about it.
concept, but I don't
Yeah,
think
the
they're gonna.
concept's good, but I don't know about the story. I mean, I mean, I'm probably gonna play it for the story. That's about it. Other than that, I probably won't play multiplayer. 'Cause I mean, multiplayer it's getting old. Like Call of Duty, it's getting old. I don't know why. I guess because they just reuse the same programs or the same weapons. It just gets old to me. Like I mean, like when I first played Call of Duty, I could play for like 3 hours on it. Now I can only play for like one match before getting off of it and saying I'm bored with this game.
And it's like, is this game worth buying? I can honestly say I think it is. Is it worth like red boxing just to see how it? I would probably red box it first before I bought it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I would
actually.
test the waters
Or I'd
before
watch
you.
gameplay or something. I can't just.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
I can't.
recommend you
Yeah, I
go out
wouldn't
and
buy
buy it.
it just because I think it's a good game. I'll probably test it out first.
But no offense to anybody who's a fan of Call of Duty. We're not saying that you guys are stupid for playing this or anything. We're just saying it's like after a while, isn't Call of Duty? Doesn't it get old? Doesn't like where do you call it quit? Like where do you say this is enough? We need to do something other than Call of Duty. We need to make something else.
Yeah.
Like that's not.
Now, would you rather see them in Call of Duty now and say we're gonna start a new series that's not Call of Duty, we're gonna name it something different, or would you just rather them make redo Call of Duties?
Um, I feel like they should have like how they did with Halo Anniversary. They should make anniversary deals like HD deals or something like that, and do something with that. Or I mean, they've already continued pretty much in Modern
Yeah, like I said,
Warfare.
do you think they need to just stop Call of Duty? Just say after the next game we're gonna stop it. We're gonna start a new project that's totally different from Call of Duty. Do you think they should do that?
Yeah, I honestly think they should because there's plenty of Call of Duties to play. Like no one's gonna get tired of any of these Call of Duties for a while at least. And I've realized the longer that people wait on something, the more people that will be behind it and trying to get it. Like when GTA came out, a lot of people were behind it. A lot of people wanted to buy it because it was like it took them a long time to come out with a new Grand Theft Auto, and
Hmm.
Call of Duty. It's like it feels like almost every 6 months there's a new one out. It's not
Yep.
even a year. It feels like just a couple months, and then there's a new Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
It felt like just yesterday that we were all just starting on Call of Duty Ghosts, leveling up, playing it, having a fun time.
And I did for one play Call of Duty Ghosts, and I can't say I was impressed. Like I literally was playing through the campaign, and I'm just like picking out parts, and I'm like, they tried hard on this certain area because it's just like
Yeah.
they're making it. They're,
You can
they're
really
like
feel it. Yeah.
like almost every cut, like every mission had a slow motion scene in it. Like I'm not
Hmm.
even joking. Like every scene had was pretty much a slow motion scene in it, and I'm just like, see, I don't get the point of that. Doesn't make a game cool because you slow it down. Oh man, this guy
No.
slowed something down, and it looks cool because he tackled
Because
a wolf off of some guy. Oh man.
yeah. Now, do you think that they should put in Spec Ops or just have multiplayer just by itself?
If they do Spec Ops, I think it should be more than two people. I think it should be allowed to be
Yeah.
like at least up to eight, at least
Up
four to
to
eight.
eight? I would say four. Miles limit.
Well, it depends on what it is. Like if it's something that's hard, like if you got to deal with Juggernauts, that should be worth using eight people. I mean, because Juggernauts we all know are hard to kill.
Like that
Even
last mission on Modern Warfare 2, that should have required at least six
four,
people.
I say four people would have been good for that one.
You kill them Juggernauts with explosives. That's too much. With just two
I'm
people.
just
Yeah,
like,
I can see the point that just having. I mean, they should increase the number of people that could play uh Spec Ops just like they did with Call of Duty Ghosts. With Extinction, they had like four people, but I think they should just increase it.
I mean, it is interesting to see that every one of these new games that are coming out are basing their games off of future warfare, and it's almost like they're trying to see in their own eyes what a futuristic warfare would look like if it actually happened in real life. God forbid. Um,
Yeah, but don't you think that'd be a little bit boring? All these games being going to the future. Wouldn't you like to see a game for once? Step back, go to like the like World War I, World War II, you know, Vietnam.
well, that's what Call of
Um,
Duty World at War was for. They were saying they were going to make another one of those, and I still have yet to see any information or anything about it. A continuation of like the war after that one. I don't
yeah,
see
after,
about it.
yeah,
But I mean, it would be pretty interesting to see them go back and show us what was actually there when that
hmm
time was happening and
or
see their
make
own.
another World War II game like they did in Call of Duty World War. Because Call of Duty World War, that's one of the highly underrated Call of Duty games in my eyes. It didn't receive enough love as it should for what it was. Because
Yeah,
I mean, it was the
pretty.
first time that zombies came in, which was a major thing.
It was
It was
pretty
the
cool.
first game with zombies.
And this game, you're freaking like Spider-Man, man. You get an exoskeleton, you can climb
Hmm.
up walls. Like
You can make your own like walls. You can make your own
you're
barriers.
a
I mean,
one-man
that's just
army. Now you don't need
yeah.
anything. You don't even need
Well,
help.
that's what Call of Duty's been all about, right? You're a lone wolf. I mean, it's just you versus the enemy team. That's all it's been about. That's all Call of Duty ever will be. I mean, I never seen teamwork being used in Call of Duty besides like MLG gameplay and like actual like battles. That's the only time I've seen teamwork. Teamwork is against clans. Other than that, it's mostly just you versus the other team in lone wolf style situations.
But they're pretty much trying to create super soldiers with this one. I mean, I get the concept, but like I said, they're trying a little bit way too hard. Like I would get like how Black Ops 2 had the little gloves where you could climb up walls and stuff
Swing on stuff, yeah.
and use stuff like that. But this is just an actual suit. You're trying to basically turn a person into a machine,
Machine, yeah.
and it's I
Well,
just
I mean, that's sort of how the futuristic warfare is going. Looking even at our real life stuff, everything's going machine.
yeah. But that's what Halo and Titanfall are for, man. You don't. I mean, if I can put a suit on and use that, might as
That's
well.
what is that? I mean, exoskeleton suit. That's sort of the same thing as Master Chief's armor, in a sense. So I can see. I mean, like I said, I think they're just gonna they're copying many, games and just putting it into one
Well, all we can do is wait and see. This game will be coming to you guys November 4th, 2014 of this year. So,
on what all consoles, PC, I think too.
yeah, I believe all consoles will be able to play this on that date. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, then please leave a like. If you guys have any comments or questions on what you guys would like to see from this game, or if you're, whatever your opinion is on this game, please leave it in the comment section below. And for all you Call of Duty fans or any kind of RPG or shooter games, Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel because we do have a lot of shooters that we will be playing and showing you guys. And on that note, we'll be seeing you all later.